Monday to Friday at 12:30 p.m. only on Bloomberg Quint.
Hello and welcome. This is the Market Wrap. I am Agam Bakir. Well, recovery continues when it comes to the benchmarks, given another 0.5% gain for the Nifty, now comfortably above the mark of 10,700. And the reason why this particular level is important is because we've had maximum open interest there, and according to a lot of technical analysts, 10,700 was crucial. So now comfortably above that, and the more important thing is that we've seen the Nifty sustain above that level, given that 50-point gain. Well, the strength today comes from Indiabulls Housing Finance, Bajaj Finserv, Tata Motors, Dr. Reddy's and Vedanta among the big movers. In losses, we don't have too much, save for something like a Yes Bank or Bharti Infratel. All the other stocks have lost less than 1%. And in the broader markets, once again, we do have some improvement, at least as far as the NSE 500 is concerned. Again, 2 gainers for 1 loser. Suzlon making a little bit of recovery, even though it's still below the mark of 5 rupees a share. Even something like a Jayaprakash Associates, again, gains of 13%, but just about nearly 6 rupees per share. Corporation Bank stands out because after the recap, it's going to move out of the government PCA, or rather the RBI PCA framework. And Reliance Nippon, along with a whole host of ADHE companies, which are actually also advancing in trade this time. Just Dial needs a mention here, as does SH Kelkar, also advancing 12%. On the losing end, again, not too much momentum on the downside. Shankara Building Products, Nalco and Lux Industries stands out here. It's just down 3.5%. ITD Cementation and Eros International, among others, looking at some amount of weakness, but again, the momentum is with the gainers in today's day of trade. On that note, I'm going to get in our markets editor Neeraj Shah for his thoughts. Neeraj, what are your thoughts for the markets today?
I think similar to what we were talking yesterday, just like the market breadth started off well and stayed well throughout the trading day today. Who's to argue when there is a bit of a bounce that is happening? Now, you can argue that reaching close to the expiry, so on and so forth, you're probably seeing a bit of a bounce back after being oversold, etc. But nobody quite knows that. I think it all hinges on the globe, and if indeed the conversations between US and China turn out to be positive, then there's more upside here. I think the definitive changes we discussed yesterday as well happened when the conversation on the yuan, and the yuan stable, the yuan higher, that just took away some bit of fears on the global currencies and the global equity market. So that's, I believe, the key point out here. But for now, the going is good. A lot of commodity names are bouncing back. Well, while the party lasts, stay dancing.
Absolutely. Neeraj, thank you for that perspective here. But, well, there are 2 stocks that we want to address today. Actually, the first one is more of a group because of some certain changes with respect to Reliance Capital. So I'm going to talk about that first. I'm going to bring in Yatin Mota to take us through what are the updates. Yatin, some changes with the ADHE group. What's going on here?
Yeah, so if you look at Reliance Capital share price today, it rallied, it closed the shares probably at the highest point in the day, 11% up for Reliance Capital. And the news here was that Reliance Capital to the stock exchanges informed that they are looking to sell their 42.88% stake that they hold in RNAM, which is Reliance Nippon Life Asset Management Limited. And, currently, if you look at the RNAM's market capitalization, that is close to 10,000 crores. And if they are able to sell 40%, 42% stake that they are talking about, that will fetch over 4,000 crores, which could help Reliance Capital reduce the debt significantly. So at this point in time, it's to be seen, given the fact that Reliance Capital has said that they will be selling up to 42.88% stake. It is up to Nippon Life now what kind of valuation can they offer, how much that they can buy, because they already hold 42.88% stake. So given the fact that Reliance Capital is now looking to deleverage its balance sheet, and more importantly, RNAM would be a fully MNC company if Nippon Life at all thinks of acquiring the entire stake of Reliance Capital. So all of these developments led to RNAM going up 20% in trade today, and Reliance Capital up about 12% after losing 30-40% year to date.
Right. Well, Yatin, thank you for joining us and getting us those updates. A very critical and important step perhaps for the ADJ group companies, and this perhaps could help relieve some pressure on the entire group. But the other stock that we wanted to talk about is Tech Mahindra. We were awaiting a buyback. The board has come out and decided that it is going to carry out a buyback at around 950 rupees per share, which is at a significant premium to yesterday's closing price at around 18.5%. Now, we have to remember that the company had cash worth around 6,500 odd crores on a net basis. This buyback at 950 rupees per share is, which means is going to be worth around 1,950 crores. They are going to buy less than 10% of the shareholders' equity, and that comes to, well, less than 2,000 crores. So this is as far as the buyback details are concerned. And moving on to some of the factors and how the capital allocation is going to pan out. Well, at this point in time, I spoke to the management. The management does suggest that it is a very likely scenario that the company will now give out buybacks every year, considering it is now becoming a preferred way of distributing excess cash from the companies. So we're going to keep an eye on that one as well. Of course, Tech Mahindra was trending strong today as well. But on that note, it's a wrap on the markets. But lots more lined up. Stay tuned to Bloomberg Quint. We'll keep bringing you more.